When importing data into CRM, it is important to make sure your document is formatted correctly. You'll want to make sure that the column names along the top match the field you are importing to in the CRM. Confirm there are no gaps between rows or columns, so you don't want any fields over here with a gap in between the other fields, or likewise through the rows between the records as well. I highly recommend being thorough with the quality of data in each of the fields as well, particularly when doing your initial import, as starting with clean data in your CRM can be the difference between a successful implementation and CRM not working for you, as oftentimes people will not go back through the records and clean up any incorrect formatting of details. So once you've confirmed all of those details and you're happy with it, the final step is to save it as a CSV format file. Next, it's time to open make.powerapps.com, and from there, expand the Data tab and select Tables. In this example, we are going to be importing to accounts, so I'm going to open that table. In the ribbon, there is an option called Data, and within the drop down there, I'm going to select the Get Data from Excel option. Once here, you need to select the file that you would like to upload. So that's the one that I was working with before. And after a second, that's going to then upload that file for you. As you can see here, there are some mapping errors that exist. So what you'll need to do in this situation is map the columns for the data so that it is all correctly linked. Once I click that, you'll see you do get some details in the ribbon, giving us a bit of insight into what we need to fix. In this case, I need to remap my account name because it's linked to the wrong field. So I can see it's linked to the account number, and I'm going to say actually that shouldn't be linked to anything. And the account name should be linked to account name. And you'll see that there's unmapped source file columns and then there's mapped ones. So I know it's automatically linked here to the website for me, but there's a couple of other ones that I'm needing to update. So I've selected account name, and again, you will see up the top here the ones that you also need to update. And definitely take advantage of the search bar here, as it can make it a lot easier to find those values. And our other one is our annual revenue, and we'll link that. So we'll now know that we've actually mapped all of the source file columns there. So whilst it may not automatically link all the fields for you, even with that nice naming convention, what it will do is allow you to find the correct fields to map to much more easily, just because you have that nice naming convention there. Once done, press Save the Changes, and then we can press Import. And depending on the volume of the records that you're importing, it can take a little bit. It shouldn't take too long just because we're doing 5 records in this demo. Perfect. So now that it's done, it's told me that it has inserted and updated 5 new accounts for me. If I go back into CRM and have a look at my accounts view, and if I do, you'll see that I have Adams Accountants, who I created today, and I actually might do an additional filter and just have a look at all of my accounts that were created today and apply. And we've got that nice list of 5 that came straight through from Excel. So there is And a different way in which you can import the records into CRM as well, and that is through the advanced settings section, which opens up into here, and then you can go to the data management section, followed by imports, where the process is very much the same, where you would select import data, look for your file, and then progress through the various steps. So you would then tell it you want to map to accounts, and then much the same, making sure that we're linking the fields correctly. And then in the final stages, you would then just press submit and say whether you want to allow duplicates or not. So very similar process. Make.powerapps is the way that it will be moving to in the future, but there is still the option to do it through the advanced settings option. So if you prefer that way, that is still available at this point in time.